Welcome back. This is Goose Island's Brewed for Food Education Series. This is Carl. Still going. All right, today we are building a cheese board, and not just one, we're gonna make two. There are a couple things to keep in mind when building out a cheese plate. You wanna vary the different types of textures that you've got. You wanna vary the milk type and style choices. So let's start. We'll do a classic board, and we can do a really wild and crazy board. In most cases, you only wanna stick to about 3 to 5 cheeses. Any more, you'll totally overwhelm your guests. Any fewer, you might not have enough cheese. So the first board we'll do is super classic and awesome. Tried and true. Let's start with a Camembert. This is Bent River from Mankato, Minnesota. It's so good. We'll pull that aside. Next up, let's do water buffalo milk. Who knew? This is Quadrello di Buffalo, wash drying. Perfect. Then we'll do some blue. Roquefort, that's a sheep's milk French blue cheese. We'll pull that aside. And we need a goat's milk cheese. Goat Gouda. Bingo. For the second board, we're gonna focus on American cheesemakers and the awesome cheeses that they're making. So we'll pull some Prairie Fruits Farms Chèvre, just 2 hours south of Chicago. We'll pick some Harbison, a cow's milk, bloomy rinded, spruce wrapped cheese from Jasper Cellars in Vermont. Really great. We'll need a hard cheese, so let's do Chandoka. It's a cave-aged cheddar goat sheep blend from LaClare Farms in Wisconsin. Awesome people, awesome cheese. And last but not least is Bay Blue, one of my favorite blue cheeses from Point Reyes Station, Point Reyes, California. I think we're good. So for this first board, we'll build it on this awesome slate. All right, let's cut some cheese. We'll start with our Camembert. When you're cutting the cheese, I know. With soft cheeses, you're gonna wanna find your thinnest knife. So this doesn't have a lot of surface area. It's perfect for cutting a Camembert. So we'll cut it in half to start. And this is a really oopy goopy Camembert. So I'll just make a few nice triangles and place it on the board. This cheese is so good. I just can't wait to eat it. It's like roasted cauliflower and broccoli made up in Minnesota. It kills it. Next up, let's do Quadrello. So this is a buffalo milk cheese from Italy. It's a wash drying, and right now, the outside isn't looking too hot. I did buy this pre-wrapped. I broke one of my rules, but that's okay. I know how to fix this. If you see the outside, you'll notice you can see the indentation where the plastic wrap was, and there's even a little white mold. It's okay, it's okay, it's just cheese. We're gonna face this cheese and get it looking beautiful. So to start, I'm going to take my knife, my chef's knife, and just kind of drag it across the surface of the cheese. You'll notice you're kind of scraping up some of the plastic wrap, and you can even see the color of the cheese changing a little bit. Don't be afraid of getting some of the cheese off. That is probably going to taste like plastic anyways. See how even just the look of the cheese surface has changed a little bit? When you think you're at a good spot, try some of the stuff that you've scraped off. If it's tasting right and not like plastic, you'll know if it tastes like plastic. Keep scraping. I should talk with more spit in my mouth. So we'll get the other side. Looks great. All right. Again, we'll want to use the softer cheese knife. And we'll just follow the point of this. We want to preserve the shape. So we'll make some nice long triangles. Our guest will be able to cut it as they go. So next up is our goat Gouda. This is Midnight Moon from Cypress Grove in California, one of the OG goat milk farms in the US. Again, we are going to need to face this. So we'll just do that quickly. When you age goat's milk cheese, you get a lot of like really butterscotchy, fruity flavors. It's really unusual and just a total delight. I like this cheese with some of our stronger, fruitier beers. This and Madame Rose is a dream come true. All right, now let's cut this cheese. We'll cut off the outside rind. It's just wax, but you don't want to eat it. No one wants to eat that. We'll leave the back of the rind on, and that helps to denote what kind of cheese it is and give some other clues on what's on the plate. From here, we'll just lay it on its belly and just keep cutting. Woo, midnight moon, that aged goat Gouda.
Oh yeah.
My God. All right, last up we have Roquefort. Now it's a Spanish, no it's not. Why are sentences so hard? All right, last up is our blue cheese. It's always nice to handle that one last because you can spread the blue to other parts of the cheese board, and you don't want to do that. It's also the strongest. So we're gonna just pull this foil off very gently. This is a stinky little dog, very, very fragile. And because it's so soft, I'm just gonna plop it right down there and serve it with a knife. So we have our cheeses. Now we get into the fun part. Accoutrements. For this one, we'll go real classic. I'm gonna use some Marcona almonds. So we'll use these to kind of throw up. Throw up? We're not throwing up. I love using Marcona almonds. They're insane and salty and fried. We'll add some of those to the plate. We've got this awesome shallot confit and with red wine jam. It's from Madison, Wisconsin. They make awesome stuff. We're gonna put some of that over here. Woo! This is insane and addicting. We'll do a cool swipe of some mustard. A really good French shit. Oh yeah. It's coming together, right? We're gonna need some meat. And we're gonna add some prosciutto. Just make it look nice and lacy. Everything's meant to go together on this plate, so there's no wrong answers. No one's gonna mess up. It's all gonna be delicious. Yeah, so here we have it. Cheese plate number 1. Let's go get them. Let's get started on board number 2. So that fresh Chèvre, it's already in a beautiful crock. We don't need to do much with that. That was easy. Harbison, we're gonna just carefully take the top rind off. Just follow the spruce bark and then try to get it all in one piece. This cheese is spoonable at room temperature, so that is exactly how we'll serve it. Oh my God. Next up, our goat cheddar. So again, we're gonna wanna face the cheese, make sure that it's tasting amazing. This is a cheese that just kind of crumbles away. That's how we're gonna serve it. I'll just move that around. The cloth has already been removed from this. It was aged in a old cellar-like environment. That cloth on the outside that it used to have allows for a lot of interaction between its aging environment. So this is a really earthy, kind of funky cheddar in the style of Old English cheddars. Cut off that outside rind. Because in this case, since there was cloth on it, you don't really want to eat it. We'll just do a couple of big, sort of rustic chunks. Rustic is code word for not perfect. And then lastly, that blue.
You're my boy, Blue!
So again, we're gonna just kind of freshen it up. Make sure it's looking its prettiest. And since this is so soft, again, maybe we can cut it into a couple of chunks, but you don't want to do too much to it. So we'll just All right, so our cheese is looking good. Now, the accoutrements, the fun part. So for the blue cheese, we're gonna use some brownie crisps that I found. Blue cheese and dark chocolate are perfect together. This is gonna be a really fun little dessert pairing. Some nice crispy chocolate. Yeah, you can get chocolate bars. I like the crispiness of the cookie kind of thing. That's really fun. We'll do some salami, black pepper, garlic. We'll put that over here near the Harbison. And again with the meat, I'm just trying to make it look a little like rosebuds maybe, or just for the fresh chèvre, I found this really cool strawberry basil jam. I think that'll be really fun with the fresh flavors of the chèvre. And then last but not least, I got these garlic dill pickle chips. I'm not afraid of potato chips with cheese. It's delicious. It's gonna be perfect with the goat cheddar. It's gonna be even better in that Harbison. This is the fanciest chips and dip you'll ever see. Oh, all you need is Goose IPA. That's fucking good. So we have our second cheese plate. We have some of the sweeter parts of the cheese plate up top. So we have the strawberry jam, the brownies. It'll work really well with the blue and the goat cheese, but the cheddar will be really awesome with the strawberry preserves as well. The salami and the Harbison and the chip is gonna be an insane combination, real nice and savory and funky. But again, there's a lot of fun for room for exploit. All right, so here we have it. Two very awesome cheese boards, one very classic, one a little more lighthearted and wild, but both very beer friendly and sure to impress all of your guests. Like, comment, subscribe. Cheers. What? Why did I do that?